Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another trail review video. Today I am in the panhandle of Oklahoma in Black Mesa Nature Preserve, and we are going to hike the highest point in Oklahoma. So this is the Black Mesa Trail. I think Black Mesa is just shy of 5,000 feet. It's not too challenging of a climb. I've done it before, but it's a good one. It's a little chilly today. Last time I was here, it was like 90 degrees out, so totally different conditions, but I'm excited, and it's going to be a good hike. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so welcome. Here's the trailhead. There is a bathroom up here, but there was no toilet seat at the time of this filming. Hopefully they get that fixed. There's also a bench down here. Pretty neat. Yep, open dawn to dusk daily. And then right up here at the start, so yeah, 4.2 miles to summit. And then right up here at the start is a logbook, and there are some emergency phone numbers on there as well that you can call if you need help. I didn't have any service, so not sure how I would have called for help, but the numbers are there. I did get like 1 bar of service at the very top, but that was about it. So the start of the trail here is pretty much just flat roads. It's basically just a plowed dirt road, so super easy hike in. And I mean there are some loose rocks and stuff, but overall, really easy hike, really well maintained road essentially. But there's really not that much to look at on the way there. So most of the clips are literally just like this. You're just seeing a road. Yeah. One time that was a pond, but there's no water now. One thing I do like is they have these benches at every mile along the trail. So mile 1, 2, and 3 each have a bench. And then there's no bench right before the summit, but there is a bench at the summit. So it's kind of nice. Lets you know how far you've gotten. There are also a few covered benches that are just kind of nice shaded areas to sit and rest. It can get super hot here. Even today, it was 20 degrees when I started hiking. That was the mile 2 bench. It was 20 degrees when I started hiking, and it got to 65 degrees by the time I finished. So, and it's January. That's also cool. Some of the shaded benches have the lat long and elevation on them. It's kind of neat. I've never seen that before on a bench. Thought that was cool. But now we get to the climb. So you do a little over 2 miles, maybe 2.25 miles of that flat dirt road. And then you're still kind of on a dirt road, but it does start to climb at this point. And I think it was right here. But somewhere along this hill at about the 2.5 mile mark, when I was here back in October, there was a like a tote bin full of water, and it just said like emergency water on it. And so like it had bottles, not just, like 5 gallons of water sitting there. It was a bunch of bottles. So I guess that's an issue out here. People come up and either they don't expect the trail to be as long as it is, or as hot as it is, or as difficult as it is, whatever it may be. And whoever maintains this trail has a tote of emergency water there, which is pretty cool. I don't know if that's always there. Obviously it wasn't there today. I'm thinking maybe it's only there during the in-season, or maybe it was just there that one weekend that I went. I don't really know. The road as you're coming up the mesa gets pretty steep. You can see where they've cut it into the rock and stuff. It's pretty cool. I searched through some of that rock trying to find like fossils or something, but I didn't find anything. But yeah, it does get pretty steep going up here. And some of these steep sections, it's kind of loose. The sand and stuff is a little loose. So that can make it a little bit difficult, but not too hard. And as you're getting towards the top of the steep section of climb, you have the 3 mile bench. Great spot to just sit, take a break after the long climb, kind of check out the views, look at where you came from. And once you're rested, just back to the climbing. I believe the mountain is around 900 feet of elevation gain total, something like that. I could be a little off, but it's not too bad overall. And we're just about at the top here, so almost done. You've got that 2.5 miles of pretty much flat all the way in, and then half a mile of steep climb, and then you get to the top and it's flat for the last mile or mile and a quarter. But so right now we're getting up to the top here. You got to pass through a little fence, and then you can just check out the views. Unfortunately, the trail doesn't go along the rim. I wish it went along the rim to the high point. I think that would be a better trail, but it kind of goes down the center of the mesa. Here I was trying to kind of show the rocks. So the rocks are all black Mesa. That's where it gets its name from. It's kind of moving too fast for you to really see that, but yeah, I wish the trail went along the rim here instead of just down the center, because walking down the center of the mesa, you really don't get to see any views, which is unfortunate because the views are pretty good, especially along, I think it's the south rim off to the left. But yeah, once you're at the top, it's still kind of, at one time it was probably a road of some kind, but now it's basically just a path. And you can just start to see the monument there in the center. There it is. So here's the monument for the state high point here in Oklahoma. You've got a geocache here. There's a logbook in there as well. Of course, I made sure I signed in. Looks like it was only placed there a few weeks ago. Bench donated by the Boy Scouts. And then you have the monument itself. So cool thing about the monument is on each face of it, it's a different direction, cardinal direction, and it tells you how far it is to that state. So Texas, you got Kansas, Colorado, a little bit more history there, and New Mexico. And you can actually hike over the New Mexico border too. I'll show you that in a sec. All right, guys, so I've got the camera right next to that obelisk that you just saw, the high point marker. Hopefully that can cut out most of the wind so I can do this. But so yeah, overall good hike. You know, I enjoy it out here. It is very far out there. There's not a lot else in the area. So there's a really small town just before you get to the road up here. It doesn't really have any, there's no restaurants, or I don't even think they have a gas station. So if you're coming up here, you're coming up here for this hike. There's not a whole lot else around. It is the Oklahoma State High Point, so if you're into high pointing, then you're gonna wanna come out here eventually. And there are some cool views. So I think off in the distance I can see some mountains. I'm not sure what mountains those are, but there are some mountains off in the distance there. And in a second, I'm going to show you guys another trail that goes to a better viewpoint, because right now we're just kind of in the center of the mesa and you can't really see much. But yeah, overall, it's a good hike. Recommend staying at the state park nearby. I stayed there last night and I was the only person there. It was literally me and a couple deer. I didn't even see the park ranger the entire time I was there. So you do have to make reservations, but like no one checked. Maybe when it's busier, they're out checking, but no one checked my reservation. So they do have like bathrooms with running water, and they have sites with electric and stuff, so that's pretty cool. But so yeah, overall difficulty, as you saw, most of this trail is like a dirt road, so not too hard. It is a little long, so in total it's going to be about 9 miles if you do this little side trail I'm going to show you, but not too bad as far as elevation you get and everything. So for difficulty, I'm going to rate this a 6. And then for worth it, like I said, you do have some views up here. It is the state high point, so that's worth it to me at least. So overall, for a worth it score, I'm also going to give it a 6, which gives it a total score of 0. So keep in mind, 0 just means the hike is as worth it as it is difficult. So 0 is not a bad score, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stick around, like, comment, subscribe, all the standard YouTube stuff. If you enjoyed the video, let me know. If there's a hike that you want to see me do, let me know too. I'm only out here in the Oklahoma area for about another month, so I don't have too much more time. But after that, I'll be going back to the East Coast, and we'll be doing some East Coast hikes. So stick around for that. Hope you guys enjoy the video. We'll see you next time. All right, guys, so right over here in front of me now is the little trail over to the New Mexico border, about a quarter-mile walk that way. And then down here, you can go to the just the edge of the mesa. There's some cool views over there. You can see some of the nearby mountains and stuff. I think from here you can see like Capulan Volcano, and there's a Rabbit Ear Mountain, and some of the other peaks over in New Mexico and up towards Colorado, which is pretty cool. Yeah, really cool views. So I don't know how well you guys can be able to see that. Oh, he's going below the ridge now. So that is a bighorn sheep. And this is like way too far south for him. Or way too far southwest, or southeast at least. Country road, take me home to the place I belong.